A saga of lies and love. This year has been the worst year of my life so far. My beautiful perfect partner started a new job last year after I encouraged her to leave her role where she was unhappy. We'd been together over 7 years at this point and done everything together, had dreams we wanted to fulfill. I am to this day, utterly in love with everything about her. During COVID we'd been so strong, had never gotten on better, but in the months leading up to now, I could just sense that something was different between us. I felt that things were stagnant and bland for her between us. I asked a lot how she felt and if she was still in love, and she said yes. One evening, I was out at a leaving party for somebody at work and my partner was at some kind of work event too in another city. I got wasted and accidentally kissed my friend goodbye. It was just a peck, but it meant nothing and it could have been anyone. I felt awful. How could I have made a silly mistake like that? I told my partner when she came back the next day and told her how sorry and how it was a complete loss of inhibition. She wasn't bothered, not even a little. She said she was fine with me and that was that. Obviously, the alarm went off because I thought that surely someone would be a little upset that their partner had done something so ridiculous. I don't know why, but I just knew something had been going on and I checked her phone messages to find a lot of flirting with a coworker, her senior who is married with children, who is 10 years older than me, and without being mean, not exactly what I thought my partner would be attracted to. I confronted her and she said it was just friendship. I was pissed, but she told me it would stop. It did not. She would constantly message when I wasn't around and close apps as soon as I entered the room. We had about 5 or 6 incidents where I told her to stop and she didn't. I believed that she just wanted to be nice and not hurt anyone's feelings, so I just put aside the hurt. The day of my planned proposal came. It was perfect. She cried with joy and excitement. The happiest day of my life. Except, it was just days of sadness after because she didn't really want to be engaged. I must admit I knew she was a little scared of marriage, so I tried to make it perfect and suit her, get married when she was ready. Looking back, I just did what I thought she wanted and thought she'd come around after nerves settled down. I got it wrong and feel terrible. Our beautiful engagement is tarnished. A few weeks ahead, we have a wonderful weekend together and it's just us. I finally feel a bit more secure together. But I get that sense again. Something is wrong. I check her phone and find yet more conversations. This time it's much worse. They are planning to meet up in a hotel. I am destroyed. We argue and pledge to break and have one more day together as we both took work off to talk about this. I actually call the guy she was having an affair with and in my anger say that he needs to tell his wife what has happened. He begs me not to say anything and we talk and he tells me some more details I didn't know. They'd kissed and made out. Nudes were sent while I was asleep. She confesses she is in love with this coworker. The day ends and we can't end it. There's love between us. Instead, what happens is worse. Her mom thinks we should just avoid each other and have space. I am somebody that just talks about a problem constantly until it's resolved, but my fiancé is not the same. She goes to her mom's and I am not allowed to talk to her. I can't do it. I just cannot give her the space because I love her and can't be away from her not knowing if we are together or not. Eventually, she tells me on the phone she thinks we should break because of all the hurt and she wants something new. I ask her to come home and do it face to face. When she gets home we both cry and talk for hours, but somehow, we pull it back from the brink. She agrees to cut all contact outside of a work formality and to be honest and stop lying. We are back together and are going to reconnect, put the engagement thing aside so we can concentrate on us. I just can't shake the feeling of insecurity. I check her phone again a few weeks later. She's been continuing the flirting, albeit in a friend scenario on work teams. I tell her she needs to tell him straight on Teams that this is over and it can't continue in any inappropriate capacity. She does so. I say I am done anyway because of the lies and want to leave her. She cries and gives me the most beautiful speech I have ever heard. I finally feel she will stop and that she loves me. Turns out, she just started messaging him on Reddit. Although it's friendship, she talks about me like some crazy horrible person, and to be fair I have been at my worst during all of this. What hurts the most is she says things to him like, "Don't be sad, I am with him, you could have run away with me, winky face." She tells me it is just banter, but I am not comfortable and for the last time I try and leave her. I message the colleague on Reddit and ask him to stop treating her like a mistress and to be a man and sort things out in his own life as he isn't happy enough in his own family. I tell him everything my partner had said about him to me, some of it awful that I believed. Looks like she was lying to him too. Didn't even know I lived with her or that she was engaged, but knew we were working on things. It's weird, we actually get on even though I should hate him. He agrees to stop everything inappropriate and that he wants her to leave him alone. My fiancée and I pull it back from the brink, which brings us to this week. I finally feel like she will stop and that we can eventually overcome all of this betrayal. She says she no longer has feelings for him and I think I believe her. Part of me is so hurt by the constant lies and deceit. I hope we can overcome this together, but I am just scared it will never truly stop. I love you, baby girl. Please remember there is always a way back if you choose to take it, but I just don't know if I can survive. Throw away obviously, but I needed all of this to come out. I'm no saint through any of this and have violated social media privacy, but I don't know how to feel safe and secure again. Update: I am a dude in my mid-20s. Comments: 1. If you don't marry her, also tell the woman because she deserves to know out of respect that her husband is a liar. Bro, you deserve to be loved. It looks like she's been checked out, just wanted to feel validation by having two men fawn over her. Absolutely the worst to keep stringing you along when she really has no respect or love for you. 2. Wonderful partners don't carry on affairs. OP, I wish I was that strong, but when she's at her best, she is truly wonderful. 3. Get some self-esteem counseling. She isn't wonderful, she is selfish and rations you some affection for maintenance. Her best will be exercised less and less on you. As she sees you now, you will be there in any case. Your feelings are controlling you, use your mind to take back control. 4. When she's at her best. No one can be constantly at their best. It's possible that even her best is a facade. OP. She already showed you her true color. Now, the ball is in your court. It's up to you whether to make the hard, challenging but yet necessary and healthy decision to choose you and get through this, or, I don't know, waste more years with her. I know people with regret who spent decades on their incompatible partners. Please don't be like them. 5. Mate, don't marry her. I'm serious, it wasn't a mistake, she made a choice and she didn't change, she just stopped because the other guy stopped. Let me be honest with you, love isn't everything. You can love someone that isn't good for you, and you know that relationship need far more than love to be good. You need respect, communication, efforts, etc. She showed you her true colors, and let me tell you that leaving her now before you are married with kids is easy compared to finding out 10 years from now that she cheated on you and you have kids and a house and you feel bad because you wasted 10 years on someone who doesn't love you or care about you. And tell the guy's wife, she is just like you, she deserves the truth. 6. How many more times does she need to lie to you, badmouth you, and get back to being in contact with him until you understand and accept that he is more important to her than you are? She made her decision repeatedly and not once was it a decision for you, always for her lover. Would you like to find out how much she really loves you and wants to be with you? Get all the evidence you have and inform his wife. I guarantee you that it won't take more than a day until you find out what is really important to her, whether it is her relationship with him or you. She will not stop because she knows that she can go on to do what she did all the time, and even when you catch her, you remain with her. So why should she stop? The only thing that will change is that they once again switch the platform they communicate on and where they plan their secret meetings. Tell his wife everything and afterwards, tell your fiancé that you informed his wife, and if she still wants to have a chance with you, then she needs to inform the HR of her company of the affair and quit her job because of it. You on the other hand, please stay away from alcohol and Dr**, they won't help you. Go to a doctor and get tested for STDs, I bet that they did much more than what you figured out. Take good care of yourself and surround yourself with friends to support you. I know that you love her and really want to be with her, but the sad truth is, that she doesn't feel the same, her lover is more important to her. You are worth so much more than to be treated this way. 7. Make a print screen after the conversation with him and send to his wife. Cancel your engagement and look for someone who respects you. This relationship has no chance. I'm sorry, but you have to see reality as it is and not as you dream of it being. 8. I'm not going to tell you what to do with regards what's already happened because you've clearly decided you want to continue pursuing her regardless. I just hope you can tell yourself what she could do that would cause you to walk away. Or is it that nothing she could do would prompt you to decide that your happiness and well-being is more important? 9. What a bad show. You keep making demands of your fiancé, who never shows efforts to truly change, and the AP, who owes you nothing. Complete wrong approach. Implement the 180 and gray rock. This relationship will never be healthy again. The damage lasted too long. You will always worry about catching her again. This is a disaster because you are completely invalidating your own feelings. Y'all don't belong together. It's clear sunk cost fallacy is the only thing keeping you together. At some point, you will need to look in the mirror and recognize you are not happy. Read No More Mr. Nice Guy. The amount of times you caught her, made demands, only for her to ignore you is absurd. You intentionally keep setting yourself on fire to keep her warm. And tell the OBS. She deserves to know that her husband is a bad person. Tell HR what this jerk is doing. Take a complete 180 approach and recognize this relationship has been over for a long time. 10. You know how to feel safe and secure again, you are just not choosing that option. This person that you are unhealthily attached to simply doesn't love you the same way you love her. But it's even worse than that, she isn't going to be a safe partner for anyone until she fixes whatever is wrong with her that allows her to form and continue an inappropriate relationship while she is supposed to be in a monogamous relationship with you. How could you ever possibly think she would be monogamous with you when, during what should be the happiest time of her life getting engaged, she is actively cheating on you with a married man? She could care less about destroying you or his family, she only cares about what makes her happy. How you possibly still be infatuated and in love with someone that's selfish who cares nothing for you or your emotional well-being?